What's going on, everyone? This is Sensei Lewis here. Wanted to talk to you all about just briefly talk to you about the situation that we've been hearing about in the news, the tragic shooting in the synagogue, the incidents that happened at the Kroger in Kentucky, the various incidents of racially motivated violence and things of that nature. And so I wanted to talk to you briefly about an important topic in your self-defense skill, which is situational awareness and being alert, right? Being alert and being aware of your surroundings, no matter where you're at. These tragic incidents were horrific and horrible. And so, I want to just put my students up, and then anyway, even whether you're a student or not, put you up on the importance of being aware of your surroundings, right? That's an important part of your martial arts skills, your self-defense skills, even before you get into the physical parts of it, before you even have to, use your actual physical skills. Situational, being aware of your surroundings is the first step before you even get to that. Many times, because of you being aware or alert of your surroundings, you can sometimes avoid confrontations or avoid attacks, right? Because of that. Or if you can't avoid the confrontation because of you were aware of your situation, you can respond better than being caught with a surprise attack. So if you haven't heard by now, I'm sure you have heard, but if you haven't heard, there was a situation where a man, now this is, he goes into a synagogue and starts to shoot up and kill several people in the synagogue. The other one happened in Kentucky, where what appears to be also racially motivated, where a man goes into a Kroger, he appears to be targeting black people. He shoots an elderly black man in the back of his head while he was shopping at Kroger, and then he goes into the parking lot and shoots and kills an elderly black woman. And so this prompted me to try to just to put out there about being aware of your surroundings, right? And take an example. For example, how many of you have seen the movie The Bourne Identity, right? Where I believe it was part 2, right? I think it was part 2, where he spoke about how his training, that whenever he goes into a place, he always would do a quick scan of the surroundings that he was in. He would observe certain people, size certain people up, be aware of the entrances, exit, windows, etc. So that way, if something goes down, he knows where he can make his escape at. He can size certain people up to see, yeah, that guy looks like he can handle himself. That person doesn't look like he can, this, that, whatever, and just be aware of his surroundings, right? So I would recommend in this day and time where we have incidents like taking place, that you put that into practice. That no matter where you go, wherever you are, be aware of your surroundings, observe people, don't be oblivious to your surroundings. Put your phone down. That's another thing. A lot of people are so caught up in looking down at their phones that's where you can get caught slipping, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you can become a person like Spider-Man with Spidey senses or whatever. However, you do have a level of awareness that can put you, that can keep you a bit safer than if you didn't pay attention to your surroundings. You feel what I'm saying? So that's one thing that's important. Put your phone down. When you're out on the street, put your phone down. I'm sure many of you have seen the videos on YouTube where they have funny videos of people walking with their phone and they're bumping into light poles. They're bumping into walls. They're falling into holes and ditches or walking right out into the street, right into traffic, getting hit by cars because they're completely unaware of their situation. You don't want to be that person, right? You don't want to be that person. I don't want any of my students or followers. I don't want you to be that person. So if that's you, you need to change that habit now. And even if you're not a student, even if you're not a martial artist, you need to change that habit immediately. When you're out walking in the street, on the sidewalk, put your phone away, right? Whatever it is, the text, whatever website, that can wait till later. Walk, with your eyes wide open, so that way you can see and observe your situation as you walk down the street. Not just for the sake of bumping into walls and poles and light poles and all that and signs and all that, but for the fact of being aware of your safety, right? Because I've seen videos like that too, where they have people walking around not paying attention, looking at the phone, and thieves come up while you're looking at your phone, and they just come up behind you, snatch your phone, and they run away. And because you wasn't paying attention, your phone gets snatched. You look around, you don't even know who took the phone. I've seen videos where people have caught, how they show videos of people how they snatch their phones, get their phone snatched like that. So you don't want to be that person, right? That's going to give you the advantage, because it's going to keep you aware and it keeps you safe. Okay. So very, very important that you, put that into practice. Same thing when you walk into a place of business, a supermarket, a mall, or whatever. Always be aware of your surroundings. And do like Jason Bourne. Look at, when you enter a place, know where the entrances are, know where the exits are, be aware of that. Look around, observe the people around you, right? And just have situational awareness. Be aware of people who are getting too close in your private space, right? If you're at some place and you're shopping, listen out for footsteps behind you. Again, be aware of people. So if you're shopping and the people, look around, watch people who are next to you, behind you. Always be aware of these things, so that way you don't get caught slipping. Okay. So like I said, I just wanted to just put that out very briefly to my students, because that's a very important part of your self-defense skills. Beyond just the skill, having that situational awareness and that alertness is the first step before you even get to the physical part of your self-defense skills. All right. So I just want to put that out there in brief, a little public service announcement and a little reminder to everybody to keep you safe out there. All right. Again, a lot of these incidents seem to be taking place, and it's very important that you make yourself aware of your situations to hopefully avoid, or at the best, detect it, see it before it happens, and that way you can get a jump on it. If you're going to flee instead of fight the situation, by you being aware of your surroundings, it gives you that head start where you could be able to flee in enough time to get to safety before the situation gets out of hand. All right. So this is Sensei Lewis, and I'm out. Take care.